Hello Marvel fans, and this is another video, and to celebrate us getting a new Marvel Legends X-Men wave next month, I wanted to do a kind of comparison shot of what we've had of these characters in the past. So in no particular order, this is X-Men Marvel Legends 1 to 9 of my collection. This is Marvel Legends Wolverine from the Series 6 set. I've got to admit, I liked him. He was big, he was bulky, and he's kind of small, which is what you want. And I think this is the only brown costume version that we've had. So, but I am looking forward to a new version, and here's a pitch so you can kind of see what works and perhaps what doesn't work, what works then and what works now. Next up is Iceman from Series 7, and he's probably the most needed update out of the whole lot. We've pretty much had this, and then we had this, and I don't know which one's actually worse. So here's a look at the new one. Tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me it's definitely an improvement, because it is. This did well for its time, and you know, I still kind of like him. He reminds me of the 90s animated version that we had on the show. Next up is Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat, and Lockheed. The Lockheed on the new version looks quite good, but I actually like this version. But then the new version shows us her in the Uncanny X-Men series that was out by Bendis, and I think that is her older and this is her younger. It's got quite a, if I can focus, quite an interesting face still. There we go, a bit of focus. And also here's the comparison photo. So tell me what you think works, what doesn't work. I like to think of this as the younger version, and this new one is the now Kitty Pryde, that's Marion Star-Lord. For me, another kind of disappointment, but it was the only way we seemed to get a rogue character at the time from the X-Men box set, with Beast, Wolverine, Magneto, and I think Cable was in there, but correct me if I'm wrong. The only great thing that I think about this figure is the jacket. It is amazing, but that head sculpt, which is like a doll. So yeah, I agree. 90s Rogue is needed, but when you think back a couple of years ago when we had that option to get her in her new green outfit, I would have liked to have seen that. So here's hoping we see more of that. I think the best thing about this figure is she had this really awesome belt. And once again, the jacket. I mean, the body is not that bad. It's a bit floppy at times, but it's just the head. The head kind of kills it. So here's the photo of the new Rogue that we're getting. So tell me that you agree that she is definitely going to be better off when we get a new one. Next up, we have Cable from Toy Biz. I think this was season 6, series 6 as well. And I've misplaced the kind of top bit that goes on top, which is super cool. There's also another version, a variant of this in his original 80s costume when he first came, and he was with the New Mutants and X-Force. But this was kind of like his X-Men costume in the 90s. So I like the new version of Cable. It's for me, I think it's from the X Sanction, where he tried to take down the Avengers in one hit. He kind of ultimately failed, but it was pretty good, and it's pretty much his kind of look now. So I think an updated Cable is awesome. Would have been cool if we got like a Baby Hope or something like that you can, you know, just put over its chest. That would have been quite cool. I think that would have really worked and sold it for me. And here's a picture of that new figure. Tell me what you think. I happen to like this as a 90s version of him, but I like an updated version. Now this was one of the first figures that I probably got back from, once again, Series 6. Series 6 seems to have a lot of connections with this new one. And you know, we got the stand behind her, which was pretty cool. And we had this. And then we had this variant, Dark Phoenix, which, you know, you want both. You want a green good Phoenix and a dark Phoenix. So in terms of Jean Grey getting the same green costume, I personally don't think it's required. But then again, it would have been nice to see the white Phoenix that we had from a few years ago, which was in Ensong. I would have liked to see the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey. Well, I would have even liked to have seen a new X-Men uniform Jean Grey. We desperately need some Marvel Legends new X-Men. That'd be pretty cool. Well, here's a picture of the new one. Let me know if you feel that that's better than the original. But you can see us get in perhaps a variant Dark Phoenix in a couple of years anyway with that. Now, I love classic Havoc, but I've so needed to get a more modern Alex Summers out there, just to, you know, go with Marvel Now characters, etc. You know, he's become a real part of the X-Men, especially after the last sort of, I think, 10 years after the decimation. He really became a real part going into space, etc. So, you know, definitely I like the modern one, but I also like this classic one. So classic one is definitely staying. Just tell me what your thoughts are on the modern one in the picture. So here we have Deadpool. This is from the Marvel Legends Return in 2013. We also had the X-Force version of him come out as well, which I actually prefer the X-Force version of him because he was more entwined with the X-Men. But yeah, that's definitely seems to be the figure people want, especially after Series 6 is you can't get him without spending probably a good 100 or so quid on him. So I think he's good. I like the new one that's perhaps coming with the accessories, and with Deadpool released this year, he definitely seems to be the one to get. Have a look at the picture. I'm just digging the accessories. So let me know what you think. See the picture of the new Deadpool coming out, and you know, I like this guy. He works for me, but I'm still getting a new one. And the Build-A-Figure in this new wave is Juggernaut. I don't see the need why we need a new Juggernaut. We have Season 6 Juggernaut, and the articulation, etc. is fantastic on this figure. And, you know, you can even take off the helmet. I don't know if you could do that with a new one. You know, just look at that head sculpt, etc. Absolutely amazing. And if you don't like this size because you think perhaps he's a bit small, you also have the Marvel Select Juggernaut. So the Build-A-Figure one's an interesting one where we could have so many more things like a Sauron, Nimrod, even a Marvel Now Beast you could have. So, you know, there's plenty of options. So, but if he's bigger than this, I think it will work. I'm still going to get him. I'm still going to keep him. You know, let me know your thoughts on the picture after this. And if you think the new one's got it for you, or whether you still like the Series 6 version. So there you have it, folks. There's my first 1 to 9 Marvel Legends. And next week I'll try and get to another video to release of my Marvel Legends collection. Let me know what you like about these Marvel Legends classics, and what you think of the new wave that's coming. Interested in your thoughts. And thank you very much for watching.